The key to being treated well in France. 1. Start with a greeting. You should start off all your interactions with bonjour. If you don't, you may be seen as rude. Starting with a greeting will change your experience. Hotel staff or waiters will be more willing to help you. The same expectation applies when you walk into a store. You may not necessarily be looking for help, but you can see the people who work there, so you need to greet them. Knowing how to say goodbye is equally important. Usually, people say au revoir. During the day, you could also say bonne journée. If it's evening, say bonne soirée. 2. Learn a few words in French. You can begin your conversations with a French phrase. You might make a mistake, but it's not about perfect pronunciation. It's about showing respect for the country you're visiting. You should learn how to ask a person if they speak English. They most likely will know the language, but it's important not to assume. 3. Learn about café culture. Meals are sacred in France. It's forbidden to eat your lunch at your desk. Workers often opt for 3-course meals in restaurants. A meal can last for over an hour. Service looks different in France. The waiter won't be regularly coming over to your table. You have to ask them to come to you. French waiters don't expect tips, so they won't try to win you over. They expect to be treated like a person, and they're going to treat you the same. People watching is one of the Parisian pastimes. If you dine on a terrace, you sit next to your companion. This way, everyone can face the street. There may be a specific restaurant you are hoping to visit. It's better to book a table in advance. Remember that dinner service doesn't start until 7 p.m. 4. Follow table manners. There are foods you might be used to eating with your hands, but in France, they are eaten with a fork and knife. To blend in at a restaurant, you should keep quiet. If you speak too loudly in public, you will get looks. If you're wearing a hat, take it off before going inside. 5. Ask questions. Curiosity can show your appreciation for the culture. You should ask people about the traditions. Don't be afraid to ask locals for their advice. They may help you find a museum off the beaten path, or you'll end up discovering a new favorite wine pairing. Personal questions, however, are frowned upon. They might seem standard in your home country, but the French don't discuss their life with strangers. 6. Don't go right in for the cheek kiss. Kisses are reserved for friends and friends of friends. They are not for people you don't know personally. If you meet someone for the first time, be polite. Say nice to meet you and introduce yourself. 7. Don't throw away paper tickets. To get around the city, you can take the metro. Hold on to your ticket until you exit the station. Your ticket is proof of your purchase. If you lose it, it could cost you up to $109. If you travel a lot, you can buy a metro pass. They may save you some money. 8. Sit down to eat. Eating on the go isn't common in France. If you buy food at a food stall, don't eat it right away. Instead, find a spot to sit down, away from the sidewalks.